Hello everyone, I went shopping. Actually, I was in the UK for I think a little over a week. In October, I went to the book signing. I was at AATA as a signing author. I had a blast. It was the first book signing for me and it was an amazing experience. I wish I had filmed bits and pieces there, but your girl here was so overwhelmed with everything, I was not able to think. I'm so glad I had two friends with me, my two best friends actually, and they acted as my assistants and very major help. And also I was sitting right next to my author bestie, Evelina P. Cox, and that was amazing. She was so helpful, and her sister was amazing. All in all, the event was great. I am hoping I will get a table next year as well because I want to return. And there's a lot of things I learned. Maybe I can make a video about that. Because I have nothing to show you, I swear. Oh no, I have a few pictures and I think one of my friends made a video of my table, but that's I wasn't able to do anymore. I will try to maybe vlog it next year. Okay, back to topic. I did some shopping. I am a huge reader as well. I think it's pretty important as an author to read as well. And I'm a huge mood reader. Like, my mood can shift from week to week, and one week I'm into fantasy novels, then suddenly I am into contemporary romance, then I want to read something with vampires, then I want to read sci-fi, then I want to read cozy, fantasy, whatever. So my shopping spree pretty much underlines that. But let's get into it. I bought Of Monsters and Mainframes. So to be honest, I can't remember anymore why I bought it, but it says delightful, unhinged, and obscenely compelling. And I did like the premise of it. It's about the female lead, and she's basically shuttling humans between Earth and Alpha Centauri. And that premise alone I found pretty funny. And I think what happens is that all her humans get killed and she's out for revenge. And she works together with a group of misfits or something. And they set out together to take revenge. And it says it's the queer love child of pulp horror and classic sci-fi. The next one I bought is How to Help a Hungry Werewolf. And you know me, I'm a shifter girly. That's what I write, and I love shifter romances. I will say that reading-wise I burned out a little bit because I read so much of them. But this caught my eye because I don't think it's really a pack wolf. It's more like an actual paranormal / urban romance, as in she's a normal girl, but she isn't. I think from the description I get witch vibes. She's a plus-sized girl, and it seems like they used to be childhood friends, but he then somehow, for whatever reasons, I bet it's werewolf related, joined with her bullies. And she has a core memory concerning him that's really awful and shaped her a lot, but somehow they meet again as adults. And trope-wise, I think it's childhood friends to enemies to friends to lovers again, I think. I love a good redemption story. Then I bought The Baby Dragon Cafe. I think that's cozy contemporary romance. And the sole reason I bought it is because it has baby dragons as pets. Do I need to explain anymore? And that's all I know. Then I bought Thirsty. Okay, hear me out. It's gay vampire romance. And I don't know much more than that. I just stumbled over it I think it was an anime? I think it was Forbidden Planet in London. I just bought it on a whim because, as I said, it's vampire romance, queer vampire romance. I do not know much more than that, just that I kind of liked the cover artwork. Love how he looks in particular. I think it's Vampires X Human. These are 2 books I bought at the signing. I actually walked by the author's stand when I went to the toilet, to the restrooms, and I just spotted this cover, and it says, "Death to anyone who reads this." And somehow I found it so intriguing. In my break, I went to her table and bought the 2 books, because this is a direct sequel to this. You might notice this makeshift bookmark. I'm currently reading this. So the first one is Balloon Hunter, and the second one is Death to Anyone Who Reads This. The title really pulled me in. I did some research before buying it, and the interesting part about this is that it's, journal / letter / postcard style. And the premise is, this is apocalyptic world. I don't even know who the main character is. I think we have 2 characters, but the guy is finding these balloons, and in these balloons there are postcards. And he starts not only to read them, because that's the original postcard. He starts to actually reply to them and write their answer on the empty spaces of the postcard. I think from what I know, it's a pretty bleak world, so this is not a particularly joyful read, but I don't need it to be joyful. I love the concept of this. This pulled me in immediately. I think this has a specific name, this type of book, but I don't know what it is. In the description it says found journal or found book or something, but this is definitely an experience. I'm very curious where this is leading to. I'm currently reading it, and I'm still a little confused by the timeline, but that's on purpose. We're not supposed to know when on the timeline we are and at what time the girl or the woman sent out these postcards, and at what time the male lead is replying to them. The next book I bought is Delargut. Is it Delargut or Delagut? Dream Department Store. And I bought this for the cover. It looks like a unicorn vomited all over it in a good way. Super colorful, and it looks, there has been an uprise of books on the market with the concept of bookstores combined with finding yourself, and my mom loves these types of books, and I often gift them to her. It's like the Midnight Library, is that the title? Where it's a bit like philosophical self-help, but not necessarily, you take a self-help book and try to work on your whatever issue, coupled with an actual story and slice of life. This gives me that feeling. As I said, I love the cover. I also liked the whole Dream Department Store, and I think it's very slice of life-ish. That's the back of the cover. I love it so much. That's what I meant when I said I'm a mood reader. It's not only, I'm also a mood shopper. The next one I bought is By the Thorns by Ruby Dixon. And shame on me, I did not know this was book 2. I haven't read the first one. I just bought it, and fortunately nowhere on the cover it says that it's the second book of the series. I'm sure they can be read as standalones, but I do want to read the first one first. I bought this because I saw the book. It's a hardcover, and I thought the cover looks so pretty. It's the artwork here, the Minotaur, and the sprayed edges. It's so beautiful. I think it's also a signed version, as in for this specific bookstore, they sold the signed version of the book. Oh yeah. It says Forbidden Planet signed. So yes. I haven't read Ruby Dixon yet. I haven't read any monster romance yet, to be though that's not true. I have been reading some alien romance, and I think that falls into that category. I am very, very curious. It mentions Minotaur sex, so I got curious. So that was the second reason I bought it. But as I said, I will be ordering the first book, and now I have to order the hardcover, obviously, because I have the hardcover of the second one, and my OCD doesn't allow me to have two different versions here. Then I have a sci-fi book. It says Floating Hotel. And here my mood reading comes into place because I was craving a sci-fi book which is not too heavy. I'm not used to sci-fi. I don't know much about it. I do love sci-fi TV shows and movies, so there's that. But I haven't read any. I don't think I've read any sci-fi. Maybe. No, that's not true. I read a lot of Jules Verne, and I think Jules Verne is considered sci-fi, but it's also more of a classic. Does that count? However, I wanted a bit of an introduction into the genre and something easier. And here it says quietly incredible, and the whole premise sounds like not necessarily a cozy or comfy read, but more on the quieter side, less action. The premise is this is a hotel which basically floats the galaxy. It moves from planet to planet and has various guests. It reads a bit like, at least that's what I expect, a sci-fi slice of life. The last book I bought it during the book signing, and it is The Mountains Whisper. It's from Ava P. Cox, and I absolutely adore the cover. I have some of her books. I wasn't sure if I have this one already, but I don't. It's Where Beer Shifters, and beer shifters are pretty rare. Also, I love Ava. I think she is incredible and fantastic. Actually, I don't think I have read Where Beers. I included them myself, but they were not the main characters. They were just part of the antagonists in the Kingdom of Eternal Ice, but I plan on having an entry with them as the main, setting, and Where Beer is the main character. That's it. That's all my purchases. I feel I did well with my purchases. They're a bit all over the place, but that's just how I am. I don't think any month of book purchases will ever be coherent. As I said, I'm a huge mood reader, and I like various types of genres, so I usually switch and jump between them. Yeah, so there's that. I hope you enjoyed this video. What are you reading this month? I am currently on the 2 Apocalypse books I showed you, and I'm also currently reading an alien romance, which I will talk about in another video when I might or might not make a video about current books I'm reading, in case that's in any way of interest to you. Okay, stay healthy, drink water, enjoy your day, and I see you in the next video. Bye!